Nikki. Hi, Nikki.
Hi, Nikki. Hi, Nikki.
Nikki would like to know what were the lowest and highest points of your career so far. Maybe you can do this individually.
We're going to start.
Please.
Oh God, highest point. I don't know. I've got different memories of like the highest points. I think there was a moment that when we were standing on stage, never forget this, and we was at our own concert, and we stood there and there was this one moment, there was thousands and thousands of people in front of us, and it was at our concert at Wembley or somewhere, and we stood there and we finished One Love or something, and just stood there with our arms in the air like we always did, and the whole place just erupted as we finished the song. But we held the stance for a couple of minutes, and the more we held that stance, the more they went crazy, and I just felt like I was just like it was like the biggest rush I've ever had in my life. It was like I can't explain the feeling, and I just wanted to stay in that moment forever. It was just, and I'll never forget that. So I think that was a big high for me. I mean, bricks and swinging the walls and stuff was amazing as well, but personally I think just remembering that time of just complete, like, crazy. Low points, oh God. I don't know, I mean, hard to say. It's like, yeah, probably that. I mean, there's loads of things that I've done well.
Cheating in the test.
Yeah, no, but there's so much. Yeah, it's hard to say that. I don't think I've ever got so low. I'm not really that kind of person. I don't get so low and feel like depressed. I don't really let life get to me like that. I just think, well, it's a lesson in it, and we're here to maybe learn, I believe, in this life, and hopefully go on to the next and take that with us. But I wouldn't regret anything, and I think that like a roller coaster, as Simon would say. Oh God.
I don't know. Just touring.
Yeah.
A high point for me was just touring. The arena tours. Wembley Arena for me. First time we ever did that, because I remember being a kid and working at Wembley Market and just like getting there. Like, I remember once I was there, got there about 5, 6 in the morning, and all these people coming out clubbing and stuff. But I remember seeing the poster and it was Take That when it was first around. I was like, oh my God, Take That was here last night. Oh my God, like, I'd love to do this one day. And I was only about 12, 13 years old, and like 8, 9 years later, I was there with the ladies, singing. It was just a really poignant moment for me personally. I love that. Low point. Oh God. You find out you make stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. The old man said to me once, you count your friends on one hand and 3 of them are here. You know what I mean? So yeah, you do.
Yeah, I agree with that. High point was probably hearing our song on Coronation Street.
Yeah.
in one of your favourite songs. I think that's when you know you've arrived. And just sitting there watching it. That was probably a high for me. Lows, famously, I don't really get lows. It's not about that. I mean, I suppose when it stopped, I think that was probably a low. When we decided to go our separate ways, and even though we did our solo stuff, I was never really comfortable doing that, because I missed the boys so much. But I suppose that was probably a low point, but that was still an amazing experience as well. So the low point is really hard one to say.
I think for me, when we started with Blue, it happened so quickly. I just remember All Rise going in at number 4 in the charts, and then the second single went in at number 1, and then we were just off on this, at least at this like roller coaster ride. And I never really travelled around. I come from a family, we didn't have a lot of money. My holidays used to go to Butlins. So for me to be able to get a chance to go abroad, travel the world, and get to see places like Thailand, like Japan, which I'd only ever seen in a book or a magazine, was like, it was crazy. But it happened so quickly, So on the way that it all happened, you just kind of, it almost like it happened, but it didn't really happen.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're in a bubble.
Yeah.
And I remember one day, after a couple of years of being in this bubble, the bubble just burst, and the reality kicked in, and it was like, you know, this is real life now. This is crazy, and I guess when you're a young kid and you experience all these different things, it is quite a lot to take in, and you can understand why there's certain celebrities out there who do lose it a little bit, go a bit crazy, shave your hair off or whatever. And, you know, I mean, we were never that extreme, but it does affect you. You know, no matter how high you're put up, there's always a low that comes to follow. So
Yeah.
it's a balance, isn't it? And I guess
it's an endless cycle. That's what my story just told me. Yeah, apparently it's just like
I was told 9 years.
Is it 9 years? Well,
Seven,
it's
eight,
in
nine.
between there.
All the same. Okay. So, the next question comes from Lovesiak. Is that about right? They said, Lee, how's your craziness? Have you set off any more fire extinguishers? I don't know what that's about.
I love setting up fire extinguishers. It used to be so much fun because I went to a school called Italia Conti, which was an amazing performing arts school, which I was lucky enough to go to. My mum used to work her arse off to send me, and I was very, very privileged. We used to be in a big tall block like this, so there was no playground, if you know what I mean. So we used to run up and down the buildings all the time. And when I first turned up to this school, they used to play fire extinguisher fights down in the basement. So I used to love that. Like, we used to get in a lot of trouble for it, but I used to love it. And then when I got in Blue, I was like, I've got a good idea. I've got a big joke. Because I was only 16 when I joined Blue. I was really young. I think people forget how young I was. I was like, I literally walked out of school when I was 15 and was like, well, I don't need you lot. And then I went to, and then I went and got a job on the roofs. And then literally, I remember, I was up on the roofs doing some lead work up on this church. And fucking close, give me loads of work because I just wanted to work. I was a little grafter. And then I got my auntie come up and said about this morning boy band audition, and that was the first time, and that's where it all started. And literally, I got in the group when I was 16, and by the time it was my 17th birthday, a couple of months later, we was in the chart. So I was really young, so my craziness come from just being a teenager.
A teenage boy.
Yeah, a teenage boy. Yeah, just full of testosterone, running around his body going, what's it? You know what I mean? I am kind of nuts still, but that's just like ADHD apparently, but I've never been diagnosed with it. No, I am.
The next question is for Lee as well, and it comes from Melody, who says, I'm single, and if you are, can you marry me, please? I love you.
Shall we stand on one leg now? No, I can't do it for the camera. Well, I'll get married to you, babe. No, why not? It's fun, isn't it? As long as we show it pretty much. Not that I've got anything you can take anyway.
You shouldn't sign a prenup, because then they can share your debt. That's a better idea.
What?
I don't know if that's true, I
You did your research.
I made it up for Okay. The next question says, do you have any big duets planned? I think we've kind of come through. But
Yeah.
so, no, is the answer.
Not right.
The next question is from Rin88, who said, what's the most difficult thing about coming back?
I think it's getting your head around all these social media things. It's like the first time round, there was no Twitter, there was no Facebook, there was no nothing like this. So, we used to go to Woolworths. There ain't no Woolworths. So there's no H&V, there's no nothing. So it's just like getting your head around all this stuff is quite hard. We get our management and Sarah, PA, constantly saying, right, you need to tweet this, you need to tweet that, and it's just like, because we're not used to all that kind of stuff. So we're trying to. I think my daughter, who's 8 years old, is more advanced in the computer than I am. It says something, doesn't it, really, about our generation, but I know it's crazy just getting your head around all that. Really, that's kind of the main thing that's been quite hard. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of stuff. I mean, the industry is so changed. It's so different.
It's very much reality-driven show, which obviously we're part of and we're pleased to be a part of, but back in the day there was such prospects on TV, UK, like the Kicking, Military Main, but the list goes on and on and on. And now it's Saturday mornings is full of cookery shows. It's how to make a risotto.
I like
So, no, I'm not saying nothing wrong with a cookery show, but...
You can learn so much out of it, like...
Well, I'd rather see a band perform, but that's just me.
I like cookery shows.
Well, then you went on the kitchen. Anyway.
I come down with me and I won it, thank you very much.
You joined first.
Shut up.
Linda Barker
Still winning, isn't it?
Right. So, yeah, I think we're more sort of like... just taking a step back and looking in now and thinking, like, what's the best route? You know, there's nothing to promote apart from what we've been in a massive TV show like Big Reunion, and hopefully it will just carry on from there.
Cool. Okay. The next question is for Lee again. Lee, it says, how do you feel about Dave Grohl's comments about you today?
Do you know what? The thing is that I was at the show with him and me and him were doing shots and it was a wicked concert. I got on really well with him and his bass player. We had a laugh. Like we had a right giggle with each other. So I don't know where it's come from. You know, whatever it is, we were both having shots and having a laugh, and I'm sure he would be. I don't know if it come from him because he probably has been a bit wrecked at a few parties. I'm sure himself a couple of times, you know. But you know, whatever. It's cool, man. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fight. Thanks, Dave. It was wicked.
Oh, it's people are talking about you.
Yeah, exactly.
When you have a single coming out. Okay, we're going to do sort of quick fire questions with loads coming in for you. It's not that sort of quick fire. You're free to just shout out. I don't know what I'm listening to. Okay, this question comes from Juliet in Norwich. Hi, Juliet. She says, Duncan, in today's climate to build, you hid your budget strategy for 3 years before telling your bandmates. Why was this, and how did they take the news?
1 or 3 years.
Okay.
1 or 3 years.
I think that, I think basically, you know what, something like that it was a difficult thing for me to deal with within myself, and I was in a pop band, we were a successful pop band, and you know, a lot of female fans, and I didn't want to bring it to change the dynamics between anybody in the band. It was something that I thought I needed to do with myself, and I wasn't necessarily in a comfortable place. But Simon actually was the first person I came out to, and it was actually a few years later I came out to the other two. But yeah, when I told Simon, he was like, what? You know, we're in 2013 now, and I think that, you know, who cares?
That's a bit how.
You know what I mean? It's like, you've got to be happy within yourself, and, you know, at the end of the day, if you meet somebody that you fall in love with and you have a relationship with, and, you know, that's what it's about, trust, respect, love, and, you know, it shouldn't matter who you're having that with, as long as it's not like an alien, like I'm sure Lee quoted one day.
But hey, no openly swearing, by the way, this is live, don't swear.
But no, I was deflecting Lee.
Right, the next question is from Mona. Hi, Mona. She says, if you could be a girl for a day, who would it be?
Marilyn Monroe. But I'd probably sit in my bedroom and lock the door.
What, famous girl?
Any girl, I suppose. I was going to tell us about one.
My girlfriend. Or sometimes I try and get inside a red. You know what? I say something else. I remember though, it's like. But yeah, just maybe know what's going on in the rest. No, just so I know. Think ahead. What's that film where the guy was Mel Gibson? Where we can see women's thoughts. What women want. I thought that was amazing. Imagine knowing what women want all the time.
No, that's easy enough.
Will it?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'd be happy. Yeah. If you know what a woman wants, you're happy, bro. You don't know that.
No, because you could hear them talking. Like, you know in that scene where he's having sex with her, and then she's like, oh, hurry up, for God's sake. I'd be like, what? Is that all you got? I said Marilyn Monroe. I love Marilyn Monroe.
Who's it?
Marilyn. I fucking Marilyn Monroe.
Madeline.
Marilyn. I Marilyn Monroe. Or Norma
Okay.
Jean as Elton John.
It will be Elton. Okay. The next question comes from Khalifa, who wants to know how good would you say your new album is compared to your other ones?
It's taken 2 years. Do you know what I mean? The minute we finished Eurovision, we went straight to the studio. Went to Miami, get me boys, LA, UK, and it's just taken so long. But we wanted to get it right. You know, it's not like putting something out there willy-nilly. It's taken a long time. We're really proud of it. Personally, I think it's probably the best album we've ever done so far to date. So we're really pleased with it. We've got some fantastic producers, and can't wait for you guys here in the UK and around the world to hear it.
I think it's definitely the best album we've done.
April.
April the 15th?
You know better than me.
It's my birthday, that's fine.
Oh,
Hi,
one for your birthday.
Probably will. She's watching. Say hello to her. Yeah.
Or we can just give her one.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll give you one. I will give you one.
29. Oh no, it's 29.
29. So what's the
29.
Okay. I lied. Still my birthday that day. Okay. You can send me the single.
No single.
Okay, the next question.
Second single.
Okay.
We stand with your
We'll
short.
get it all. We'll get it all in there eventually. So, Vicky would like to know, Anthony, are you still living with your mum? Apparently, mates see you in the pub in Essex quite often.
I'm not living with my mum and dad. No, I've got a flat in South Woodford, Essex. Nice. I live with my girlfriend, and it's all good.
Another question, Simon. How much do you work out?
Not as much as Bunker. Every day, 4 days a week.
Nicolina would like to know, what inspired you to write Hurt Lovers?
We didn't write her love on my darling.
How many, on the album, how many tracks have you written?
We've written the majority of them, but when we sat in with Universal to discuss doing this album a couple of years ago, they played us a song, which actually was anyway, it was for another artist which they had on hold for him, but they played it to us, and we sat there, we listened to it, and we were like, we love it, we want to cut it. So we said, well, we need to speak to the writers, if they'd be happy for you to do it. And the writers were big fans of blues, so we'd love them to record it, go and demo it. We demoed it, and they loved what we did with it, and then we gave it to us and took it off the other artists. So we were really pleased with that. And it's a great song. We love the lyrics. We all can relate to it, at least earlier on. It's a great song, we think.
Okay, Annie. Hi, Annie.
Hi, Annie.
I'd like to know, do you guys get nervous before every show? And who would you like to go on tour with?
Every show.
We do get that. I go for a wheel a lot.
Yeah. I think if you lose that nerve,
I'm actually, when we did the summertime, do you remember we did the summertime ball?
we
were on there was like a, you know them, what's it called? The lift that bring you up. So we were underneath the stage, and they did the intro. It was like a 3-minute intro for blues. And we're all the stage in position ready, and I'm like, I need to wee. And I really had to go. So they actually got a bottle, and I had to literally just went round the corner, and I was peeing in the bottle. Gave it to my tour manager to get on the stage and went up and did the thing. I said, I get really bad nerves. It just makes me want to wee all the time.
I'm glad enough to
The whole world knows. But anyway, I get nervous quite a lot. I get the sweaty palms, and
I mean, that's one of the highs of what we do. You know, without the nerves, and it won't be, you'd just taking it as it comes, wouldn't you? But you just don't know how a show's going to go, how it's going to open up, what you're going to do.
definitely get more.
Am I scaring you now?
I do not get nervous. I think I'm going to say something that I shouldn't say.
I get quite nervous as well about that.
Yeah. If I'm still in my head, it just comes out a lot of the time.
Yeah,
I'll get nervous. I don't get nervous about things. I love it. It's not like I don't love doing music. You got me.
Anyone you want to go on tour?
I think, me personally, I mean, it'd be great to do with a girl band, someone like the old Sugar Babes or something.
Yeah.
I think that'd be Blue and Sugar Babes would be proper cool.
Yeah, originally Sugar
That
Barrel,
was so good.
MKS.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're cool.
I heard a version of it, I think it's the last one that we got.
It's amazing vocalist.
Okay. Penelope says, Brett Anderson has blamed Manchester boy bands for the music industry's refusal to gamble on indie acts today. How do you feel about that?
What? Because the indie acts, pop got pushed out. What are you talking about?
We weren't a band, we weren't a 90s band anyway.
Yeah, we weren't a 90s band, but I remember being towards the end of like Guilty. It was really hard to get on the radio. Because it was all about indie. And I mean, no offense to indie bands, because they're great, you know what I mean? Because I love Killers and all them lot, and you know, I've done a few covers of what they do when I go out and sing, but you know, we're a pop nation. People love pop, we want bubblegum, and we should give people what they want, and you know, unfortunately, indie bands don't get the recognition that they probably do deserve. But then again, it's all about the fans and the consumers, and they buy what they want to buy. And they want that direction.
Yeah. Mela would like to know when you'll be doing the UK tour.
We've got a date on the 3rd of May at Shepherd's Bush Empire, which we're really excited about, and obviously because of the big reunion show, there's a lot of people asking if we're going to be on the big reunion tour. We're trying to work something out because we'd already had a European schedule booked in before we got asked to do the tour, so we're just speaking to the producers now. We're trying to work it out because we really want to come on the big reunion tour and do some dates for you guys. We're just trying to sort it out, talk to the producers, trying to figure it all out, but we really do want to be a part of that show as well and see the fans.
Cool. Helen, hi Helen, would like to know, do you and the Wanted still hate each other?
What?
Do you have any other enemies?
No,
So
can I just squash this right now? This was a long time ago. I don't know if they said that. I said some stuff about the Wanted. It wasn't like that at all. But I was actually with, is it Tom? Yeah. The one, I was with him in LA just like last week. And I went up to him and I said, look, I don't know you, obviously, all this stuff. And we sat down and we had a drink at the Sky Bar in LA and we were chilling and we were talking about, you know, all sorts of stuff, and it was really cool. So like, there's no problem there with like in the Wanted or anything like that. I think a lot of things get taken out of context, the things that are said, you know, like the things said in the paper today. I'm sure that's been taken out of context somewhere as well. But you know, it does happen, and you know, as an artist and stuff, you can't really take that kind of stuff seriously. You have to take it with a pinch of salt and just understand that. It's the way of the industry, it's the way of the beast, and you've got to just have fun with it, really. I do.
No animals.
No.
Felicity would like to know, what's it like hanging out with Tracy Taylor and Smith Kitchen and all the other bands on the big reunion?
Terry's great.
That was brilliant. It was just, I said, it was like going back to Smash Hit days back in the day, you know, and Two Stags was such a lark rehearsing for the show and being a part of it, and the Liberty X guys and the Five Boys and pure banter. It's just, we just had so much fun, and it was a really, really good laugh.
This next question is from Lucy. Hi Lucy. She says, Duncan and Anthony, not a lot of people know this, but you both recorded parts for the Doctor Who audio series.
Yeah.
Are either of you fans of the show, and how did you both get involved?
I'm not sure if Duncan got involved, but my friend Jason produces the audio of Doctor Who, and a part come up and he said, you're perfect for it, do you want to come and record it? And I went in and just did it.
But I don't really watch a lot of Doctor Who. So it was me with my friend Barney. Yeah, and then he got me on that when I first met Sheridan. Sheridan was playing one of the parts in it, and we met and became really good friends. And then me and Sheridan went on to do Legally Blonde together, and now she's one of my best mates. So it was a great introduction for me doing Doctor Who to meet the lovely Sheridan. She's doing so well. Absolutely so proud of her. Have you seen Quartet? Did you meet you?
Oh, yeah.
We're all big Sheridan fans.
I will watch it. Okay, the next question comes from Diana. It says, Duncan, do you plan to marry one day or to live like George Clooney as an eternal single?
I love marriage, and I'm a bit of a hopeless romantic. Anybody knows me, I'm really into kind of love and all that. And I'd love to get married, and I'd like to have a relationship and take it to that level of marriage and to see it through. And you know, these days a lot of people get married and they get divorced within a year and stuff. And I think, what's the point of getting married in the first place if that's going to happen? But I'm a big believer. Like my grandparents were married for 50 years, over 50 years, and you know, you see things through, and you don't just bail out at the first hump in the road, so to speak.
Yeah,
but
that's what Hurt Love is about, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's what the reason why we relate so much to Hurt Love is the first single that we wanted to do, because exactly that reason is why other people and older people would relate to this. So, yeah, I think that's the message in Hurt Love.
Yeah, I believe. I would like to get married.
Okay. And that was the last question, so we have time for before we start now. Going to sing a lovely a cappella for us. We're going to do a medley.
We haven't warmed up, and I didn't even realise we were going to do this. So let's just warm up.
Beautiful.
That's we'll start off at the beginning of All Right. Yeah.
Are you going to do a back catalogue?
Yeah.
Wow. Through the years. Through the years.
Right, all right.
Your Honor, one for the money and a free ride, it's two for the knowledge. Isn't that alright? Alright. Three for the cause you be thinking, it's for the times you be thinking, alright. Alright. Are you ready, my dear?
Because?
You will
Super close. This is our first #1.
Yeah, can we just make a shout out as well?
Ray
Ray Ruffin, who passed away recently, he produced Too Close, If You Come Back, and a few tracks on the album.
Yeah. This is for you, right?
Yeah, this is for you, right?
Baby, baby, when we're grinding, I get so excited. Ooh, how I like it. Travel, I can find it. Oh, you're dancing real close. It's real, real slow. You're making it hard for me.
Wow.
Thanks, guys.
If you want to hear us sing those programs, you're going to have to buy the single.
Bye.